A. Define structured programming language. Discuss the basic structure of C programming language. Structured programming language. Structured programming is a programming paradigm that improves the clarity, quality, and development time of a program by using structured control flow, such as sequence, selection, and iteration. It follows a modular approach, meaning that programs are divided into smaller, reusable functions or procedures. Key features of structured programming. Had A. Define structured programming language. Discuss the basic structure of C programming language. Structured programming language. Structured programming is a programming paradigm that improves the clarity, quality, and development time of a program by using structured control flow, such as sequence, selection, and iteration. It follows a modular approach, meaning that programs are divided into smaller, reusable functions or procedures. Key features of structured programming. 1. Modularity. Code is divided into multiple functions, making it easier to manage. 2. Sequence. The code executes in a specific order unless directed otherwise. 3. Selection decision-making. Uses conditional statements like if, else, and switch. 4. Iteration. Loops. Uses loops like for, while, and do while for repetitive execution. 5. Block structure. Uses blocks to group statements. Had. Basic structure of C programming language. A C program typically follows a structured format, including the following components. 1. Preprocessor directives. These include have-include directives to include header files. Example, include.io.h. 2. Global declarations. Constants and global variables are declared here. Example, hash define PI 3.1416. 3. Main function, main. Execution of the program starts from this function. Example, cint main. Code execution starts here, return 0. 4. Variable declaration and initialization. Example, int num equals 10. 5. Executable statements. Includes function calls, loops, and conditionals. Example, C printf hello world n. 6. Functions. User-defined functions. Functions help break down complex tasks. Example, C void greet print welcome to C programming. Define the following terms. I. Algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure or set of rules to solve a specific problem. It consists of well-defined instructions that can be executed sequentially to achieve the desired output. Characteristics of a good algorithm. 1. Input. Takes 0 or more inputs. 2. Produces at least one output. 3. Definiteness. Each step must be clear and unambiguous. 4. Finiteness. Must complete in a finite number of steps. 5. Effectiveness. Each operation must be simple enough to perform. Example algorithm finding the sum of two numbers. 1. Start 2. Take two numbers as input. 3. Add the numbers. 4. Display the result. 5. End. E. Flowchart. A flowchart is a graphical representation of an algorithm using symbols to show the flow of execution. It helps visualize logic before actual coding. Common flowchart symbols. Oval represents start and end. Parallelogram represents input-output operations. Rectangle represents processes or calculations. Diamond represents decision-making conditions. Arrows show the flow of control. Pseudocode. Pseudocode is an informal way of writing an algorithm using plain English-like statements without strict syntax. It is used for planning logic before writing actual code. Example pseudocode, adding two numbers. Begin read num1, num2 sum, num1 plus num2, print sum end. C. Write an algorithm and flowchart to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Algorithm 1, start 2. Input the temperature in Fahrenheit, F. 3. Convert to Celsius using the formula C equals frac 5 9 times F minus 32. 4. Display the Celsius temperature. 5. End flowchart, plain text. Start, input F, C equals 5 nines to F minus 32, output C end. D. Write a C program to calculate the area and perimeter of a circle. Formulae. Area equals pi cons arc where it is perimeter circumference equals 2 pi tan r. C program. C includes stdio.h. Define 3.1416 int main float radius area perimeter. Input radius from user printf, enter the radius of the circle, scanf and radius. Calculate area and perimeter area equals pi under radius tie radius. Perimeter equals 2 to pi a radius. Display results printf, area of the circle, sent to 2fn, area, printf perimeter of the circle, sent perimeter, return 0. Explanation of the program. 1. The task to define pi 3.146 is used to define the constant value of pi. 2. The program takes input for the radius using scanf. 3. It calculates the area using pi radius radius. 4. It calculates the perimeter using 2 pi radius. 5. The results are displayed using printf. Conclusion. This document covers fundamental programming concepts, including structured programming, algorithm design, flowchart representation, and C programming basics. The provided examples and explanations will help you build a strong foundation in C programming. A. What is token? Describe different types of token. Definition of token. A token is the smallest unit of a C program that is meaningful to the compiler. The compiler uses tokens to parse and execute a program. In simple terms, tokens are building blocks of a program, just like words and symbols are building blocks of a sentence in the English language. Types of tokens in C. C language consists of 6 types of tokens. 1. Keywords. 2. Identifiers. 3. Constants. Strings. 5. Operators. 6. Special symbol N. Keywords. Keywords are predefined, reserved words in C that have special meanings. These cannot be used as variable names. Example, cint, float, if, else, while, return, void, break, continue. C has 32 keywords, including for, do, switch, case, default, etc. 2. Identifiers. Identifiers are the names given to variables, functions, and arrays. They are user-defined and must follow naming rules. Can contain letters, AZ, digits, 0, 9, and underscore. Cannot start with a digit. Must not be a keyword. Example, cint age, float temperature, char name 20. Here, age, temperature, and name are identifiers. Constants. Constants are fixed values that do not change during program execution. There are different types of constants in C. Integer constants. Example, 10, -5. Floating point constants. Example, 3.14, -2.5. Character constants. Example, A. String constants. Example, hello, C programming. Example in code. C target define pi 3.1416, const int max equals 100, mash hashed in 4. Strings. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes. Example, C char name equals lom operators. Operators are symbols used to perform operations on variables and values. They are classified into 1. Arithmetic operators plus nash cent. 2. Relational operators, 2 equals. 3. Logical operators, and in 4. Bitwise operators. 5. Assignment operators, equals plus equals cent. 6. Increment decrement operators. Example, C and A equal 10, B equal 5, sum equals A plus B, printf sum cent D sum. 6. Special symbols. C uses special symbols with specific meanings such as braces, used in function blocks, parentheses, used in function calls, square brackets, ac, used for arrays, comma, used to separate variables, semicolon indicates end of a statement, hash, used in preprocessor directives. Example, C in R5 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A B. What is variable? Differentiate between local and global variable. Hash, definition of variable. A variable is a named memory location that stores a value. The value of a variable can change during program execution. Example, C int age equals 25. Types of variables. 1. Local variables. 2. Global variables. 1. Local variable, declared inside a function or block. Accessible only within the function where it is declared, not available to other functions. Memory is allocated when function starts and deallocated when function ends. Example, C how include stdio.h, void test, int x equals 10. Local variable printf, value of x to cent dnx. Int main, test, printf cent dx. Error, x is not accessible here, return 0. Nashar 2. Global variable, declared outside all functions, usually at the beginning of the program. Accessible by all functions in the program, retains its value throughout the program execution. Example, C tucker include stdio.h int x equals 10. global variable void test, printf, value of x, sent dn, x, int main, test, global x, sent dn, x, return 0. Differences between local and global variables. Feature, local variable, global variable, lied. Scope only within function, accessible throughout the program. Declaration, inside a function. Outside all functions. Lifetime, exists only when function runs, exists throughout program execution. Memory, allocated when function is called, allocated when program starts. C. Describe the 4 basic data types used in C language. How could we extend the range of values they represent? Mesh. Basic data types in C. C has 4 fundamental data types. Data type size, range, used in C language. 4 bytes. Mena 2,147,483,648 to 2,147,483,647. 4 bytes, 3.4 times 10 pat to pi is 3.4 times 10 place head. Hat double, 8 bytes, minus 1.7 times 10 to pi is 1.7 times 10 post hat. Char, 1 byte, 1128 to 1127. Modifiers to extend range. 1. Signed, unsigned. Flar, unsigned int. 0 to 4,294,967.95. Signed int, minus 2,147,483,648 to 2,147 and 483,647. 2. Short, long. 2 long int, 9,223,372,36, no 36,777,8 enter 8 to 9,223,372, no 36,6, 854,775,807. Example, C unsigned int x equals 4,000, long double y equals 3.145926535. Write a C program to solve a quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Quadratic formula, x equals frac nitrogen b m squared b2 minus 4ac 2a. C program, C includes t.h, include math.h int main, double a, b, c, discriminant, root 1, root 2 real part, image part, print out enter coefficients a, b, and c, scan for cent lf, 10 lf, or cent lf, and a, and b, and c. Discriminant equals bb minus 4h to c. If discriminant 0, root 1 equals nidus b squared discriminant to 2a, root 2 equals nidus b nidus squared discriminant to 2a. Printf, roots are real and distinct, sent bot 2lf and dot 2lf, root 1, root 2. Else, if discriminant equals 0, root 1 equals byte 2a. Print if roots are real and equal, dot 2lf root 1. Else, real part equal nice b 2a, image part equals squirt nice discriminant 2a. Print if roots are complex, sent dot 2lf dot 2fi and sent 2f times fi and real part, image part, return 0. This program takes input values for a, b, and c, calculates the discriminant, and prints the real or complex roots accordingly. A. What are the differences between ++y and y++? Definition of increment operators. In C, the increment operator, ++, is used to increase the value of a variable by 1. There are 2 types of increment operators. 1. Pre-increment ++y increases the value before using it. 2. Post-increment y++ uses the value first and then increases it. Differences between ++y and y++. Operation, meaning, effect. Y group. Pre-increment first increases the value of y, then uses it. Y++ post-increment first uses the current value of y, then increases it. Example code. C includes .io.h int main int y equals 5, printf pre-increment plus y to dn plus y. Y becomes 6 first, then printed y 5. Reset y printf post-increment y plus and dn y plus. Prints 5, then y becomes 6. Printf after post-increment y and dn y. Now y is 6, return 0. Pre-outcrement plus y, 6 post-increment y plus 5. After post-increment, y 6. Sharp B. Describe the following statements with general form and flowchart. Else statement. The if-else statement is used for decision making. If a condition is true, one block executes, otherwise another block runs. General form. C if condition, code if condition is true, else, select code if condition is false. Flowchart. Start, condition, true, false, execute, if block, else block, end. Example, C includes stdio.h int main, int num equals 10. If num5, printf number is greater than 5n, Else, print number is not greater than 5, return 0. For loop. The for loop is used for repeating a block of code a fixed number of times. General form, C for initialization, condition, increment, decrement, loop body. Flowchart start, initialization, condition, true, false, execute, exit, loop body, increment, decrement, go to condition. Example, C include stdio.h int main. For int I equals 1, I equal 5, I plus plus, printf sent di, return 0. Output, 1, 3, 4, 5, I, switch statement. The switch statement is used when a variable can have multiple values, and different blocks should execute based on its value. General form, C switch variable, case value 1, code for value 1 break, case value 2, code for value 2 break, default, code if none match, float start, switch variable, case matching, yes no, execute, case block, default block, end. Example, C includes stdio.h int main, int day equals 3, switch day, case 1, printf Monday and break, case 2, printf Tuesday, break, case 3, printf Wednesday and break, default printf invalidate return 0. Output, Wednesday. C, write a C program that prints the smallest number from 3 numbers. C's chalk includes stdio.int main, int abc, print enter 3 numbers. Scanf of sent d, 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 and a and b and c. Int smallest equals a. If b smallest, smallest equals b. If c smallest, smallest equals c. Printf the smallest number is 10 d smallest, return 0. Now destruct example input output. Enter 3 numbers, 5, 2, 8. The smallest number is 2. Consider the following C code and find out the values of x, y, z at each step. Shosh given code. C include stdio.h int main, int x equals 5, y equals 8, z equals 3, equals x plus plus plus, step 1 x5 plus 3, then z equals 4, print 2 d 10 dn x x 10 y x y y, step 2, x percent y equal 8%, 8 equals 0, x star y equal 8, 1, y equals minus x. Step 3, x equals 7, y equals 7, print of sent d d d 10 d and x y z. Step 4, x equals 7, y equals 7, z equals 4, return 0. Step-by-step execution. Step statement x, y, z explanation. 1 int x5, y equal 8, z equals 3. 5, 8, 3 initial values, 2 x equal x plus and z plus plus. 8, 4 x equals 5 plus 3, then z equals 4. 3 printf of send d d d x and y x y. 8, 8, 4, 8, 8 equals 0, 8 by 8 equals 1, 4 y equals minus x. 7, 7, 4 x is decremented, x equals 7, y equals 7. 5 printf send d d sent in d x y z. 7 final values printed, final output, 01774. This breakdown explains how each operation affects x, y, and z step by step. Shut A. Differentiate between structure and union in C. In C programming, structures and unions are used to group different data types under a single name. However, they work differently in terms of memory allocation and usage. Key differences between structure and union. Feature structure, struct, union, union. Memory allocation allocates separate memory for each member. All members share the same memory. The total size is the sum of all member sizes. The size is equal to the largest member. Access. All members can store values simultaneously. Only one member can store a value at a time. Efficiency. Uses more memory but allows independent storage. Uses less memory but overwrites previous values. Usage. Used when all members need separate storage, e.g., employee details. Used when only one member is needed at a time, e.g., data transmission. Syntax and example of structure. Struct. Struct C includes stdio.h, struct employee, int id, float salary, char name 20. Int main. Struct employee e1 equals 101, 5.5 Loman. Print id sent dn e1.id. Print salary sent bot 2f e1.salary. Printf name sent sen e1.name. Return 0. Memory usage. Char and int id 4 bytes, float salary 4 bytes, char name 20 bytes. Total equals 28 bytes. Hash syntax and example of union. See how it includes stdio.h union data int num, float price char letter, int main, union data d, d.num equals 10, printf num sent dn d.num, d.price equals 50.75, printf price sent bot 2f and d.price. Slash overwrites num d letter equals a, print letter sent c d.letter, overwrites price return 0. Shash memory usage. Largest member is float price, 4 bytes, so total size equals 4 bytes. Note, Previous values are overwritten when a new value is assigned. Sure. B. What is a string? Write 4 string handling functions with their actions. Definition of string. A string is an array of characters that ends with a null character in C. Example, C char name equals Loman, stored as LOMN0. Common string handling functions in C. Function description example usage. Strlen str returns the length of a string, excluding 5. strcpy dest src copies src string to dest. strpy str1 world strcmp str1 str2 compares 2 strings, returns 0 if equal. strc abc strcat dest src appends src to dest. strcat str113 Shasher example using string functions. C here includes stdio.h. Includes string.h int main. Char str1 to eats hello. Char str220 equals world. Printf length of str1 sent 1. Starlen str1. Starcpy str1 str2. Printf after starcpy str1 10 s str1. Printf comparison sent d starcmp apple banana. Starcat str1. Printf after starcat sent sin str1. Return 0. C. What is storage class? Describe different types of storage classes in C. Definition of storage class. A storage class in C determines 1. Scope, where the variable can be accessed. 2. Lifetime, how long the variable exists in memory. Types of storage classes in C. Storage class, keyword, scope, lifetime, default value. Automatic, auto function, local, until function ends. Garbage, random value. External, global, entire program 0. Static, function, local, global, until program ends to 0. Register, function, local, until function ends, garbage. Examples of storage classes. 1. Auto, default for local variables. C void func, auto int x equals 10, printf sent dnx. 2. Extern, global variable access, C inclio.h int x equals 10. Global void print x, extern int x, printf x sent dnx, int main x, return 0. Char 3. Static, preserves value between function calls. C includes stdio.h, void counter, static int count equals 0. Count plus, printf count sent d, count. Int main, counter, return 0. Output, count 1, count 2. Char 4. Register, stored in CPU register. CZ void example, register int fastvar equals 5. Printf sent dn fastvar. Write a program that checks whether a string is a palindrome or not. A palindrome is a string that reads the same forward and backward, e.g. madam, race car. How? C program for palindrome check. C hash includes tdio.h, includes string.h. Void check palindrome char star, int len equals len star, int flag equals 1. For int I equals 0, I lens 2, I plus plus. If flag equals 0, not a palindrome break. If flag, printf, the string is a palindrome n. Else printf, the string is not a palindrome n. Int main, char star 100, printf enter a string. Scanf sen s star, check palindrome, return 0. Hash short example input output. Enter a string. Madam, the string is a palindrome. Enter a string. Hello, the string is not a palindrome. Char conclusion structures struct, store multiple values separately, while unions, share memory. Strings in C are arrays of characters ending with 0, and common functions include strlen, strpy, stismp, and strcat. Storage classes. Define the scope and lifetime of variables. Auto, extern, static, register. A palindrome program checks if a string reads the same forward and backward. Would you like further explanation on any part? Well, A. What is an array? Write down the advantages and disadvantages of an array. Definition of an array. An array in C is a collection of similar data types stored in contiguous memory locations. It allows storing multiple values of the same type under one variable name. Syntax of an array. C data type array name. Example, C int numbers 5 equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Advantages of arrays. Advantage, explanation. 1. Easy to manage multiple values, allows handling multiple values under a single name. Faster access, indexed access. Elements can be accessed quickly using an index. 3. Efficient memory usage. Stores elements in contiguous locations, reducing memory wastage. 4. Suitable for sorting and searching. Arrays make sorting, Bubble sort, quick sort, and searching. Binary search easier. Disadvantages of arrays. Disadvantage explanation. 1. Fixed size. Once declared, the size of an array cannot be changed dynamically. 2. Wastage of memory. If an array is partially filled, the unused memory is wasted. 3. Difficult to insert delete elements. Inserting or deleting elements requires shifting data. 4. Cannot store different data types. An array can store only one type of data, e.g., all integers or all floats. B. Discuss different types of operators used in C language. Operators in C are symbols that perform operations on variables and values. Types of operators in C. Type operator description. Example. 1. Arithmetic plus 9/set performs mathematical operations A plus B. 2. Relational compares values A, B. 3. Logical N performs logical operations A, B, and B, C. 4. Bitwise N works on binary values A and B. 5. Assignment equals plus p equals / t equals cent assigns values A plus 5. 6. Increment decrement plus increases or decreases value by 1 A plus plus. 7. Conditional ternary shortens if else conditions x equals A B. 8. Special operators size of and in used for memory pointers and structures size of int. Example of arithmetic operators. C includes stdio.h int main int A equals 10 B equals 5. Printf sum cent dn A plus B. Printf difference cent int A minus B. Print multiplication cent D. Printf division cent DB. Printf mod B. Printf modulus cent B. Return 0. Search at C. What do you mean by a function in C? Write down the differences between actual and formal parameters. Definition of a function. A function in C is a block of reusable code that performs a specific task. Types of functions in C. 1. Library functions, e.g. printf, scanf, starlen. 2. User-defined functions, created by programmers. Syntax of a function. C. Return type function name parameters, function body return value. Example of a function. C. Include stdio.h int add int x int y int x plus y. Int main. Int result equals add 1020. Printf sum cent dn result return 0. Differences between actual and formal parameters. Feature, actual parameters, formal parameters. Definition. The values passed to a function when calling it. The variables declared in the function definition. Location. Appears in the function call. Appears in the function header. Memory allocation. Memory is assigned when the function is called. Memory is allocated only during execution. Scope exists outside the function. Exists only inside the function. Example. C hack includes stdio.h void display int num. Formal parameter printf number cent dn num. Int main int x equals 10 display x. Actual parameter return 0. D. Define pointer. Write down a C program to exchange the value of two variables using pointer. Definition of pointer. A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. Syntax of a pointer. C data type top pointer name. Example. C int a equals 10. Int ptr equals na. Pointer storing the address of a say. Advantages of pointers. Efficient memory access. Used in dynamic memory allocation, malloc, calloc. Supports function arguments, pass by reference. Chat swapping two variables using pointers. C includes stdio.h function to swap values using pointers. Void swap int x int y. Int temp equals ta x equals y equals temp. Int main. Int a equals 10 b equals 20. Printf before swap. A equals cent d b equals to cent n a b. Swap in a and b. Printf after swap a b. Return 0. Not sure explanation. 1. The swap function uses pointers to modify the original values. 2. While x and ta y represent the grashed values stored at the memory addresses. 3. The values of a and b get swapped. Output before swap, a equals 10, b equals 20. After swap, a equals 20, b equals 10. Conclusion. Arrays are fixed-size collections of the same data type. They provide fast access but have memory limitations. Operators in C include arithmetic, relational, logical, bitwise, assignment, increment, decrement, ternary, and special operators. Functions help organize code efficiently, and parameters can be actual, values passed, or formal, declared in the function. Pointers store memory addresses and enable direct memory access. They are useful for dynamic memory, data structures, and swapping values efficiently. Would you like further explanations on any part? Minor shot. A. What is the significance of EOF used in a file? Write down the advantages of a file. Significance of EOF in file handling. EOF, end of file, is a special marker used in file handling to indicate the end of a file. In C, it is represented as EOF and is defined in SPL.h as -1. Why is EOF important? EOF helps read files until the end without knowing the exact size. It prevents reading past the file's content, avoiding errors. Functions like getC and fscanf return EOF when no more data is available. Example of using EOF. C include stdio.h int main. File char.ch. File equals fopen sample.txt.r. If file equals null, printf error opening file n return 1, while ch equals getC file equal EOF. Read until EOF put char.ch f close a file, return 0. Advantages of files in C. Advantage explanation. 1. Permanent storage. Unlike variables, file data is stored permanently. 2. Large data handling. Suitable for storing large amounts of data efficiently. Easy data transfer. Data can be shared between different programs or devices. 4. Security. Files provide a structured way to store and manage data securely. 5. Backup and retrieval. Important data can be backed up and restored later. What is a preprocessor directive? Write down the functions of stdio.h and math.h header files. Definition of preprocessor directive. A preprocessor directive in C is a command that instructs the compiler to process information before compilation begins. They start with chat, such as #include, #define, etc. Example of preprocessor directive. C includes stdio.h, includes standard input-output functions defined PI 3.146, defines a constant #star functions of stdio.h and math.h header files. Header file functions provided. stdio.h, standard input-output. Printf, scanf, getC, putC, fopen, fclose. Math.h, mathematical operations. Sqrt, pow, sin, cabsus, log. #c, define file handling mode. Discuss modes for opening a file in C. Definition of file handling mode. File handling mode specifies how a file should be opened, read, write, append, etc. Modes for opening a file. Description. R opens a file for reading. The file must exist. W opens a file for writing. If the file exists, it is overwritten. A opens a file for appending. New data is added to the end. R+ opens a file for reading and writing. Existing content remains. W opens a file for reading and writing. Overwrites existing content. A+ opens a file for reading and appending. Existing content remains. Write a C program to read the contents of a file and write the contents to another file. Program to copy contents from one file to another. C includes stdio.h, int main, file, source file, target file, char.ch. Open source file in read mode. Source file equals fopen source txt.r. If source file equals null, printf error opening source file n, return 1. Open target file in write mode. Target file equals to fopen target.txw. If target file equals null, print error opening target file, fclose source file, return 1. Copy content from source file to target file while C equals get source file, f target file, printf file copied successfully, close files, fclose source file, fclose target file, return row. Explanation. 1. The program opens source.txt in read mode, R. 2. It then opens target.txt in write mode, double mode. 3. The while loop reads characters from source.txt and writes them into target.txt. After copying, both files are closed. Output. File copied successfully. Conclusion. EOF1 is essential for detecting the end of a file and avoiding errors. Files provide permanent storage, easy data transfer, and large data handling. Preprocessor directives help include essential functions before compilation. File modes determine how a file is accessed, R, W, A, etc. The C program provided efficiently copies content from one file to another. Would you like a more detailed explanation on any part?